Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions Makeup Tag, and yes, I am aware that I'm like 3 years too late to this, but I feel like the questions are kind of timeless. I watched this tag video made by countless creators a couple of years ago, but the creator who I just recently watched to like get the questions from was Angelica Nyqvist, and she tagged, I believe, the original creators of the tag in her video. So let me go check who made it. She tagged Olaquins and Nobody's Beauty Guru, so I'm going to tag them as well down below since they are the original creators of the tag, and then of course Angelica's video will also be tagged down there. She did this video 3 whole years ago. I just saw it on there and I watched it recently. I feel like it's still kind of relevant and I just want to do it since I didn't do it back then. Anyways, the first question, and of course I'll leave all of the questions in the description box as well, is popular makeup product that you don't like. And my main answer for this one, the first thing that came to mind was Tom Ford eyeshadow quads, and I just think that they are extremely expensive for no reason. I buy some expensive eyeshadow quads. I die for the Pat McGrath ones, and those are like $60 something, right? I believe, which is expensive for 4 eyeshadows, but Tom Ford makes theirs like $90 each. And for what reason? At least Pat McGrath has like special amazing formulas. When I look at those Tom Ford quads and I see people reviewing them and trying them, I personally don't feel like there's anything like super spectacular about them. They really don't attract me. I've gotten asked on my channel why I don't review them, and that is the reason. I feel like they are extremely expensive and they don't give me the excitement that I would need to get from a quad to justify spending $90 on it, right? So the Tom Ford eyeshadow quads are one product that I see a lot of people really enjoying, and they are just definitely not for me. I don't think they are for me, so I skip them. If I ever see one that I'm like, oh my god, this one does look truly special, I want to try them, then of course I will. But as of right now, I kind of find them a little bit boring looking, expensive for no reason, and there's nothing super remarkable about them in my opinion. But again, I have not had any of the more popular ones, so maybe I am missing out, but I don't think so. And going down that same route, I wanted to include Dior Quints as well. Now the Dior Quints I have actually tried a couple of. They are not as expensive, and in my opinion they are probably better, so I'm a lot more likely to buy a Dior Quint that might come out in the future that I find interesting than I am likely to try a Tom Ford one. But the ones I've tried, I've also not been overly impressed with, and I don't know, I really don't find the Dior Quints that exciting either, so that is kind of like an honorable mention, but mainly those Tom Ford quads are just not for me. Question number 2, popular makeup product slash brand that everyone else seems to hate but you love. I can't really think of a brand that a lot of people hate but I love. I don't feel like I have an answer in the brand category of that question, but I do really love a product that I have heard a lot of mixed reviews about, and that is the Danessa Myricks Balm. I have heard a lot of people saying that this doesn't work for them, it peels on their face, it doesn't blur enough, it doesn't do much for them, and I actually love this product. I have had it for, I mean, maybe a couple of months now since it came out, and as you can see, I've done a little bit of a dent on it. Now I use extremely little of it so that it does not peel, and I find that it works amazing for me. I just like to concentrate it right in the center of my face right here. I find that it covers the redness from my rosacea really nicely. It blurs my pores really beautiful. A little bit goes an extremely long way with this one. I have mine in shade 3, and it honestly works for me amazingly, which I didn't even expect because I have dry skin. Usually matte finish products are not products that I go for at all, but this one just seems to be different, and I really like the way it performs on me. My favorite ways to use this is for a no makeup look, like just a little bit of this in the center of my forehead, my brows done with a little bit of mascara, and I'm done with the look type of thing. And this just covers my redness enough to make my skin look like I'm not wearing anything, but a little bit more blurred, a little bit more matte, and a little bit less red. And then I also love to use it underneath foundation as a primer because of all of those same reasons. And so this is a product that I really love, and I don't know that everyone hates, but I have seen a lot of mixed opinions on it. So yeah, this is my answer. Next question is a makeup collab that I did not love or I was not interested in. Now, there's been, I feel like, probably a lot of collabs that I've not been interested in, especially when it comes to like a brand like Disney or Nickelodeon or SpongeBob or whatever collabing with a makeup brand type of collabs. I'm not interested in a lot of those, especially the ones that are kind of like childish, like a SpongeBob collection or whatever. Or I could mention like the Dunkin' Donut collection as well. That's something that I really was not interested in. But a lot of those I just kind of skip and forget about, right? Now, a makeup collab that I was very interested in because I love the person who created this palette, but I was really disappointed on, was the Michaela palette last year with Glamlight Cosmetics. I totally did order part 2 of this palette because I want to support Michaela, and also because I'm hoping that I like it even better than this one. Now, this palette is not all bad. There are some really amazing things about it, but I was definitely let down by it. My favorite thing about this palette is the shimmers and the formula of the shimmer shades. The formula of the shimmer shades are amazing, and I love the way that the shimmers perform. However, the matte shades in this palette are definitely a huge letdown for me. I don't think that they perform half as well as I would like them. I find them a little patchy. I don't find that they blend that nicely. And I also have an extremely difficult time coming up with eyeshadow looks with this palette. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know I love creating eyeshadow looks. It is my main thing that I love to do on my channel, reviewing eyeshadow palettes, creating eyeshadow looks. That is my thing. So imagine my surprise when I was playing around with this palette, doing my 5 Licks 1 palette video last year, and I could not find color combinations that I truly loved with this one. I do like that she included some like nudie type of shades up here, but when it comes to like all of these colorful, dark, matte shades, I had a very difficult time. I found that there aren't enough transition colors to blend them out. I found that the actual darker matte colors down here perform very patchy for me. They don't blend properly, etc, etc. And so I was disappointed by this collab, which is a shame because I love Michaela. I love her content. I feel like she's such a genuine person and such a kind soul. But this palette just was not for me. It wasn't my personal taste, and it all came down to the matte shades for sure, because the shimmers are incredible. By the way, I ordered the Part 2 collection of this palette July 2nd when it first came out, and it is currently July 19th and it still has not even shipped. You know, I'm about to sell my house, so hopefully it gets here before I move, right? And I'm honestly really hoping that that Part 2 palette has better color combinations that maybe I'm a little bit more comfortable with myself. Question number 4 is a popular makeup step that you never do. I'm not going to say never. I feel like I do most makeup steps at some point, but there are a few things that I skip on quite often. The main one being setting spray. I very rarely wear setting spray. Like right now I did my full face of makeup, but I'm just going to be at home, I'm chilling, I don't have any plans to sweat, and I have very dry skin, so I don't usually get oily throughout the day, so I don't feel the need to wear setting spray on days like today, which is most days for me because I'm just at home filming, because I don't need my makeup to last X amount of time or whatever. Now, I do have my favorite setting sprays, the Charlotte Tilbury one, I love it, but I usually reserve the use of setting sprays for when I'm actually like doing something, like if I'm going out, if I'm going to have my makeup on for a very long period of time and I'm not going to be at home and I want my makeup to last I will wear my setting spray then. But if I'm just home and I'm chilling and I can retouch if I want to, or if I'm just doing my makeup to film and I only have to have it on for a few hours, then I don't do setting spray. And I also skip it any day that I do like a foundation review or something like that, because then I want to see the longevity of the product without setting spray, etc. So setting spray is the main product that I skip on a lot. And then eyeshadow primer is another product that I skip on quite often. I don't have oily eyelids. My eyelids are dry like the rest of me, and so eyeshadow primers is also something that I never skip on if I'm doing something exciting or important or outside of my house. But if I'm just here chilling, I tend to kind of oversee the eyeshadow primer, and I just use my concealer on my eyelids as primer type of thing. Question number 5 is popular beauty influencers you don't subscribe to / watch. This is Hot Shady Tea. The first person that comes to mind is James Charles, because I have had him blocked from a lot of my platforms for years now. And here's why. Here's why. I don't hate him, okay? I don't enjoy his content though. And there was a moment in time where he was everywhere. The algorithms of all platforms were pushing him out like crazy, and I just did not want to see his face anymore. So I actually have him blocked on YouTube and Instagram. I believe I still see him every once in a while when a brand reposts him. Again, I don't hate him, but I just get annoyed by him, we'll say. So I would rather see less of him, and so that's why I blocked him. And of course I'm not subscribed to any of his platforms because I don't want to see him. Popular makeup product / brand that you don't use / support anymore. For this one I didn't really have an answer, because I feel like I try as many makeup brands as I can possibly try. But a brand that I have had products from in the past that I don't really see a lot of newness from anymore, and so therefore I have not bought anything from them in a long time, is Smashbox. What happened to Smashbox? Because I feel like there was a point in time where they had contouring palettes that were popular, or the contouring sticks, maybe like some lipsticks. They've always been big on primers, and I have not seen or heard of anything exciting coming out from Smashbox in quite a long time. And I really hope it's not a brand that goes away, because they had really good quality products. But like I said, there's nothing that has piqued my interest, or that I've even seen or heard that has come out from them in quite a while. So Smashbox, I guess, would be my answer to that question. Number 7 is makeup trend that you have no interest in trying. Now, I will try anything once, maybe even a couple of times. But one makeup trend that I've realized is not for me is the faux freckles. I have tried faux freckles a couple of times, and I have never liked the look of faux freckles on me. So that is a makeup trend that I think I have now buried, and that I don't think I'm going to be trying anymore. And then another makeup trend that I am very glad has now gone away is the super stark bright under eyes against your like regular color. And don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of brightness under my eyes. I definitely don't want my dark circles to come through or anything, but I usually use a concealer that is like one shade lighter than the color of my foundation, and I feel like we used to go like 3 to 4 shades brighter than the color of our foundations. I think Jaclyn Hill, and I love her, but she'll sometimes do makeup looks where her concealer is so much more brighter than her foundation still, and I do not like that look anymore. I feel like a little bit of brightness is nice, but like that super stark difference I'm not into. So that is a trend that I'm definitely glad that we've transitioned out of. The last question on here is a makeup product that was better in theory that when you used it either swatched better or worked better on others than you. And my answer for that question is almost every concealer release of 2022. I've definitely tried a handful of concealers this year that promised the world, and were absolute trash in my opinion. Nobody get upset. I have very dry skin, I have lines under my eyes that crease like crazy, and these concealers just did not perform. And I have two main disappointments that come to mind, because I bought these really truly thinking that they were going to be amazing, and they did not perform well under my eyes at all. Main disappointment number one was this one right here. This is the Tarte Power Flex Concealer. This promised to be hydrating, full coverage, to not crease, to look beautiful and flawless, and it was the creasiest mess ever. There is no setting powder I could put over this that makes it look smooth underneath my eyes. The creases were crazy and it made my under eyes look dry. It was just a miss for me. I did not like it. And another concealer that I really got my hopes up about that broke my heart was the new Dior concealer. This is the new Dior Backstage Concealer. I actually really love the Backstage foundation, just like I love the Tarte Ring Force of the C foundation here. So I thought that these would pair well together, which did not happen. So the Backstage foundation from Dior, also amazing. And this concealer was also a dry looking, textured, creasy mess that did not work for me at all whatsoever. So I really, like I said, had very high expectations for these, and they did not perform at all for me. So yes, those were all of the questions, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have to say. What do you think about me doing this tag 3 whole years later? Let me know down in the comment section. Now, if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, my name is Patty, and I would love it if you are here to stay, so please hit that red subscribe button before you leave. And that is all I have for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.